In Arizona, where the search for 84-year-old Nancy Guthrie is now in its third week. New this afternoon, the Pima County Sheriff has officially cleared the entire Guthrie family as possible suspects. That includes all siblings and their spouses. Sheriff Chris Nano said in a statement that, quote, the family has been nothing but cooperative and gracious and are victims in this case. To suggest otherwise is not only wrong, it is cruel. With the family cleared, investigators remain focused on the evidence. The suspense at this hour centers around forensics. Specifically, police are awaiting DNA results from a glove found 2 miles from Guthrie's home. That might not seem significant. Authorities have found at least 16 gloves in their search, many of them belonging to other searchers, but the FBI says this one is different. It appears to visually match the glove of the masked suspect in that surveillance video from Guthrie's front door camera. Now, testing is underway to find the person who wore it. And police aren't just focusing on the gloves from that video. The Pima County Sheriff says his team is consulting with Walmart because the suspect's clothing appears to come from the retail giant. In fact, Walmart exclusively sells that 25-liter Ozark Hiker backpack that the suspect was wearing in that video. Meanwhile, another day, another note to TMZ. They have received a fourth message from a man who says he can end all of this right now and reveal the kidnapper's identity. This time, he's even hinting, again, all without proof, that Nancy Guthrie is south of the border. He is reiterating his demand for $50,000 in Bitcoin up front for that information. In just a moment, I'll speak live with TMZ's co-executive producer about this brand new message. As this search surpasses 2 weeks, Today Show host Savannah Guthrie put out another public plea, this time speaking directly to the person who has her mother.
And I wanted to say to whoever has her or knows where she is that it's never too late. And you're not lost or alone. And it is never too late to do the right thing.
All right, let's get our coverage started with NewsNation's Brian Entin live for us on the ground in Tucson outside Nancy Guthrie's home. Brian, what are you seeing at this hour?
Elizabeth, I have some brand new reporting that I just confirmed in the last couple of minutes, and that is that FBI agents have been to several gun stores right here in the Tucson area. And when they show up to the gun stores, I have learned that they have 40 names and 40 photographs that they are showing employees of the gun stores and asking them if any of those people have been inside the store or if any of those people have purchased weapons. So that's brand new. Again, we just confirmed that. In terms of the DNA testing, there's a lot evolving there too. NewsNation's Libby Dean has confirmed that the DNA that was pulled off of a glove about 2 miles from where I'm standing outside Nancy Guthrie's house, the DNA has yet to be put into the CODIS FBI database, but that it is going to be happening soon, which is significant because once they get it into the database, at that point, they will be able to cross-reference it against other criminals who are in that database and perhaps maybe make a match. And lastly, Elizabeth, remember Friday night there was that big FBI raid that we were at. There were no arrests made, but I am told not to think that that is totally off the table yet in terms of possibly being connected. There was a federal search warrant that was conducted, which means a federal judge had to sign off on it, which means that there was some meat on the bones there, I'm told, in terms of how that home and those people could have possibly been connected to the Nancy Guthrie investigation, and that they are still going over the evidence right now, electronics, and that there was even DNA taken. So I'm told to be patient on that front, that there could still be more coming soon, Elizabeth.
Brian, who are these 40 people, these pictures that the FBI is taking to local gun stores? Do we know?
We don't know the names, but again, we just confirmed this. So they have 40 names and 40 pictures. Does that mean that there are 40 persons of interest? 40 people that they're interested in? Are they putting some pictures and names in there just to sort of, that aren't even involved, just to kind of like, you know, throw people off a little bit? We don't know, but I do know that we've confirmed several gun shops. They say the FBI agents have shown up with 40 names and 40 photos. This is just within the last couple of days, and have asked them whether they have been inside the shop or whether they have purchased a gun.
All right, if you manage to learn from your sources how they landed on those 40 people, come give us a wave, we'll bring you back. That is intriguing information.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.